Boy, this is probably gonna be. Come on, big boy. A couple of the last videos of him playing in the water during the summer. We are getting ready to approach wintertime. Come on, big boy. And he wanted to come out and get right back in the water again. I guess and clear his nose. How is everybody doing today? I know I've been off for a while, but there's things going on behind the scenes. But don't worry. I'm about to get ready to load up again. See, I don't have nobody on the side squad, so it's just me by myself on the panel, which isn't a hard thing. Very easy. It's just I haven't been on for a while. Come here, big boy. He goes too far. He wants to go and party with families. Come here, dude. Big boy. You can't go that way. And this is the way he stays. He stayed practically all summer in the water. By now, he should have little fins on his little webbed feet. He should probably start getting gills. He stayed in the water mostly all summer. He never complained about it. It was reaching over 110. It was reaching. Whoo, man. I mean, I remember one day they said it was going to be 125. I'm surprised this lake didn't dry up. But we came out here and the brachiocephalic dog, he didn't take the day too good. I kept him in the inside a lot that day, but when I came out and filmed, I saw how, just having him out in the sun kind of like just drained him and whooped him, even though I was recording him in the water. So I really don't bring him out when it's scorching hot like that. I won't do that no more because I don't think he liked that. But right now it's not hot at all, and he just likes to play in the water. He'd rather play in that water than play in all that. He's got much room to play in, plenty of things to play in. He could go all up there playing. He can do anything he wants. But to be truthful, the dog fins better by the water. He gets off better by the water. Most people who breed these brachiocephalic dogs show us how you take care of them outside. Because, by the water is the way I see it. Taking him to Water World, taking him to Sunsplash. But just bringing him outside, it won't work unless you have a sprinkler. You got a sprinkler in your yard? Okay, maybe it'll work. Because he's got to stay wet. You got one of them little nasty swimming pools, I wouldn't even want the dog in it. I'm not even going to lie, it's just too much dirt floating around that pool. And then he's going to turn around and drink it. And that's just not good. So usually the little pool, I don't really do. Around the whelping time, okay, it's good to have a little pool. But just to have this dog, and I know how nasty he is, just owning this dog. And then sometimes when you've owned Razor's Edge dogs, and then they even climb in the pool themselves, and that pool just becomes dirty. Well, I don't know where you live, but down here around this parts of California, we have to pay a water bill. So we can't really just let the dogs go into tons of water every day and then dump that water out and put new water in. You need to learn how to be appropriate in public pools and things and rivers and things. This dude is tripping. Yeah, the cooling process comes from the water. I don't care about the supplements of what you're supposed to feed this dog because I ain't gave this dog no supplements. He's lost no pounds. So we don't have to go on the supplement thing. I really don't care about the color of the dog, as long as it's not Merle. I really don't dig the color of Merle, but when it comes to the French Bulldog, there are only supposed to be a few colors, a piebald, a fawn, a brindle, a all white, a all black. But I don't know about all brindle or all merle. I mean, they could come out all brindle, but they shouldn't come out all merle, and they shouldn't come out tricolored. They shouldn't have none of that. That's the AKC making money again. You know, they've had a standard since 1889 until it became broken. Get over here. Come back. Until somebody broke the standard. Come back. And when the standard was broken, after these guys broke the standard, then they started creating their own dogs. First they came with the blue. Then they started figuring out that blue carried alopecia. So they had to stop with the blue. Some of them went to come on, back this way. Some of them went to Isabel. Come on. Isabel also carries alopecia though. You know, she's just a lighter shade of blue. That's basically what Isabel is. And she carries alopecia too. Now, where did that alopecia come from? Nobody won't tell us that they ever stuck a different kind of blood in there. I think it's Presser and Connie. That's what I think. But it could have been something else. Then they start popping up with all the rest of the dogs, and that's when the phone calls started coming in the American Kennel Club. They started seeing that some people liked them, but some people didn't. And we can't tell nobody what to breed. No, you can't tell nobody what to breed, but you can deliver a standard that nobody should break. And if they break it, you should not take their money. That's what you shouldn't do that. If you're a kennel club, you shouldn't do that. Once the standard has been broken, you shouldn't take the money. But, you know, there's been exceptions to that rule. So they've bent to make a little money off this dog. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and tell you a regular standard Frenchie is a dog that can take living in summer weather. He don't need no river to wade around in, go waddle around in. He don't need that. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that. I'm not going to sit here and tell you a standard Frenchie is a dog that's not brachiocephalic, and he don't need all the luxuries of this mutt right here. He don't need all the luxuries of that dog. You know, he don't need to come to a pool and cool down. He don't need to sit in front of a fan all day. This is the problem. See, a lot of people won't even address the problem. They address the price. Man, come on, man. We already didn't got over the price. We already know we can sell dogs if we own those types of dogs. So the price don't mean nothing. I just told you, it's the stupid dummy you get to buy it. And, you know, you promoting it. I do show this guy on my Facebook page. I'm not promoting his sperm, but I show him on there. These dogs are not supposed to be this color. You have dog thieves around, man. Dog thieves that are so cold that they'll come over and rob you for your dog. This dog right here, I don't truly take out at nighttime. Me, myself, I've been in some trouble with the law before, and I don't need no dog bringing me trouble. Right, just crap right in front of my face. Oh, dude. Sometimes when you go against the standard, oh, no, that ain't gonna happen, bro. We can't do this one. You didn't shit it right in front of me. You go against the standard. See, this dude is crazy, man. He just sits right there. He'll take a crap right in front of you. You know what I mean? He took one in the river. He does a lot of idiotic things that he shouldn't do. He won't move for the man on the skateboard. He won't move for the man on the skateboard. My friend has a Razor's Edge dog. He brung his Razor's Edge dog out here today. As a matter of fact, he's in the water right now. Oh, she's not in the water. She's on the land. He's in the water. I was going to show this 13-year-old Razor's Edge dog. Raised up right here in the city. You know, more of these dogs around here. They all around. But I ain't even gonna lie, I see Razor's Edge dogs, but I ain't never seen none that look like the Samurai Paco. They're a little bit bigger than the Samurai Paco. And to be honest, I think my homeboy dog right here may even carry Gotti line, you know. And when it comes to the old school dogs, because this is an old school dog he got. When it comes to some of these old school dogs, you don't really know how they were bred. You know what I mean? Some people, just like him, acquired these dogs from other people. The dogs, man, 10 years ago, probably around the time he acquired the dog, I doubt the dog even, any one of the lineages had paperwork on them, you know? Uh, they look true to their lineage when you see them around the neighborhood, but most Razor's Edge dogs I done seen floating around the neighborhood don't really have papers, don't really have the papers that would show old school dogs on those papers. They have the papers that show the current mama and daddy that just bred these dogs, and they may have the grandmother and the grandfather's papers. But other than that, they don't be having papers. You know, a lot of the paperwork, the papers and stuff come from, you know, you would we see it. I see it as you would have to get it from the guys who started breeding the dogs, and that's, you know, the guys who own the dogs first. Some breeders have paperwork to their dogs. Some breeders have paperwork to their dogs. But most of the paperwork that they have, they done left out a few dogs on that paperwork. There's a few dogs left out on some of the paperwork. Whatever made that dog humongous like that was left off the paperwork, because there's no way you could have took those dogs, a pit bull and a Staffordshire, and bred that damn dog together. Even if you put some gray line off in there, I still don't see you getting this big. You know, some of them were sloppy, you know, looking like Cujo, you know, had that Cujo skin on them. Some of them were sloppy. They looked like Cujo. You know, you can tell it had, I ain't gonna say it was a Mastiff, but damn, you know, probably had a Mastiff lineage, because if you look at Razor's Edge itself, come on, Razor's Edge itself is said to have band dog in it. And a band dog was created too from a Mastiff. So, you know, even Razor's Edge itself, damn, if Razor's Edge itself does have the band dog in there, which it does, then Razor's Edge itself would contain traces. You know what I'm saying? It would contain traces of Mastiff in there, man. And it would also contain traces of Bulldog, but larger Bulldog, such as the American Bulldog. And this was before anybody else did it. Edge was doing it. Dave was doing it. The Elite Edge was doing it. Somebody put that band dog in there, was doing it. The band dog was used to create the Razor's Edge. The band dog does have a little American Bulldog in there. And it got a little Mastiff in there. So some of the huge dogs, when they were crossed up here in California, because you know, California guys did their own things with the dogs to make them bigger. Like I said, you're not just finna cross no pit bull and no Staffordshire and get this big sloppy huge dog. There was papers that were put on these dogs, but there was dogs that was left off these papers. There was dogs that was left off those papers, man. There was dogs that was left off of a lot of pedigrees. So when you look at the new pedigrees that clearly don't date back to the time when the dogs were being founded, when they were being created, they just date back to the time when you got the dog. And then you got the paperwork from the person, and the paperwork that he had was from when he got the dog. But both y'all still young as hell. So there's no lineage there because you guys aren't even OGs. Y'all ain't got, the dogs that go way back, because OGs probably wouldn't even sell you those dogs, because the real dogs, the real Razor's Edge dogs, the real American Bully, you probably couldn't even hold it. Wouldn't even want to take it out here to a park like this. The hell you want to take it out here for? It probably beat up every dog in the park. It probably handles business out here. Just go crazy, So this is, kind of like fits the public right here. This fits the public. This is what everybody scaled down to, because there's no way you could carry a Razor's Edge dog. The dog is an elite dog. And you think it's elite for nothing. Nah, it's elite for doing what it did. Just doing what it did. Being the center of attraction. Coming out, making sure that he can do what other dogs couldn't do. But then, it got crossed. The Mastiff got into the dog up here on the West Coast too. So now you already got little traces of Mastiff already in the Razor's Edge when it came down here. Then you get the other side of the dogs, the West Coast side of the dogs, and somebody up here then just straight bred to a Mastiff. So now you got these big old dogs. So now you got kind of like a little bit of a nice percentage of Mastiff coming out of the Bully. And then if you take it and you breed it back, say like you did an inbreeding, puppy to puppy, brother to sister. You doubling up on that Mastiff that's in there. This is why you see a dog that gets bigger, because his traits is taken after those Mastiff traits. It's taken after them band dog traits. It's taken after them American Bulldog traits. These are traits that we can clearly see that are in Razor's Edge. And the Razor's Edge Gotti crosses. See, because Razor's Edge did a lot of crossing to Gotti. But Gotti wasn't pure gray line when it was crossing to Gotti. It was Gotti. In order for Gotti to be Gotti, he had to take the dog and cross it to a different dog. You can't breed someone else's dog and call it yours. You know what I'm saying? So you had to take that out. You had to take the dog and go cross it to something else. What did he cross it to? Because until you cross it, it's not a Gotti dog. It's still gray line. So what did it cross to? The dogs got bigger. They wanted bigger dogs back then. Everybody in the 90s wanted big dogs. What you mean what we crossed it to? It's only common sense. So if you ain't got common sense, you ain't got no sense at all. You just ain't got no sense. You see that man over there told you he had a micro bulldog? And the AKC just registered that micro bulldog, but they told you he can't walk around on the show floor. All this cheating and shit. Breaking the rules. The rules done been broke. The rules done been broke. For real. I ain't even talking about the rules. The rules have been broke. That's just it. We already know what's up with that. The rules have been broke. They've been broke. And yes, there's slight Mastiff in the American Bully. Y'all know that, right? Slight Mastiff in that American Bully. And if you took them bigger dogs and you bred them bigger dogs together, claiming that they were XLs, the only way they could become an XL was to put a different breed in that dog. It's a crime to let somebody know what you put in that dog. That's why you'll never know what turned the dog's merle. It's a gene, it's a genetic. That's a lie. It never happened to your parents' dogs. It only happened to yours. When you was growing up, your parents' dogs had puppies all the time. They never, ever turned colors. Yours did. And then you came with the lie. See this tricolored bulldog? He got pug in him and all type of stuff. The AKC will register that dog right now. Right now. They will take the money and put his ass right in the books. The AKC, the American Kennel Club. I couldn't believe it. Me, myself, personally, I asked that lady. I just couldn't believe it. When she told me, yeah, we register those dogs. They just can't walk on the floor. I said, well, what kind of sense do that make? The dog can be registered, but he can't walk on the floor. I was done then. I didn't have nothing else left to say. I didn't have nothing. I mean, you know, it ain't my kennel. It did break my heart just to know that y'all crossed a French Bulldog like that. You crossed him. You'll cross a dog so fast, it just don't even matter. Cross, man, just straight crossed the French Bulldog. Y'all crossed him. You straight crossed him. Got me tripping. Huh? The Razor's Edge, yeah. Yeah, that dog has some mastiff in it. I had to look again at the pedigree again where it said that the dog was bred to band dog. Well, we know what a band dog is, don't we? I mean, a band dog just didn't come from a pit bull. Look at his ears, American Kennel Club. I want you to look at them ears right now. This is a dog. You talking about you a register. Look at them ears. His feet okay, but look at them ears, American Kennel Club. You'll register this dog? AKC, you'll register this? This is what they said. This is what they said. I'm not even going to sit here and lie to you. Look what they said there. Look at his ears. Look at those ears. This is not a French Bulldog. So when you register, what are you going to register this dog under? You can't register him under a Frenchie. He cute as all outdoors, but, you know, you can't register him under a Frenchie. He boss dog. This is what you said we can register. Oh, man. Let me get back to talking about this. See, this is what I'm talking about. I'm serious. Can't even believe the AKC said they would register him. But he can't walk on the floor. Really? Damn. Do you got any mastiff in you? Nah, he ain't got no mastiff in him. He ain't pigeon-toed. He ain't bow-legged or nothing. He just ain't a Frenchie. And he's not a pug. He got them both in him. That I think. Frenchie and pug. Nobody would ever tell you that the dog had mastiff in it, though. Has anybody ever told you that a Razor's Edge had mastiff in it? Have you ever heard anybody say that besides me? Have you ever heard anybody say that it had mastiff in it, even though if you knew how to read a pedigree, you already knew that it had mastiff in it? See, because reading the pedigree sometimes makes you do the breakdown on the dogs that's in the pedigree. And just doing the breakdown off that dog, here, you're wet, bud. No way. Yeah, chill out. You are nice and wet. Do not get on me. Yeah, when you do the breakdown on the pedigree on that band dog, yeah, he's a mastiff. And that dog was used in the program. Just slight traces of it in there. You know, you say you wanted a head. I don't care if you wanted the tail. You still got the blood. You still got the gene. I don't care if you wanted the toenails. You still got the gene once you put it in there. And there's a mastiff gene. Come on. What are you doing, man? There's a mastiff gene there in the Razor's Edge. That explains why some of them may get a little too big. That explains. Because no one can ever tell you that they bred to a big old pit bull, like a Boudreaux pit. And just like I say, I mean, you ain't gonna see this on the paperwork, because the paperwork to the dog don't read old school unless you get it from the people who made the dog. Anybody else don't have that. They got paperwork to the dogs they bred, not the dogs that made the dog. You need paperwork on the dogs that made the dog. It's like somebody saying that they a blue pit bull breeder, but don't have paperwork on the dogs that made these blue pit bulls. You know what I'm saying? It's not me. I like the blue pits. I owned them. I owned many of them, but they wasn't pit bulls. They wasn't pit bulls. I think they was Connie Corsos. Any dog that have a litter of all scatterbred puppies looking like that. Is this right here presentable to the public? Is this what we should be presenting to the public? Is this good? I mean, not just because you see it at a dog event, BRC dog event or something like that. Not because you see it there. But really, is it good? You would rock with that over a brindle? I like brindle better. You would rock with this right here over a piebald or a pied dog or a fawn with the round ears, with the rose ears? Huh? What I'm talking about? And it might be micro just like this, because this dog right here is micro. Micro meaning I think he got some chihuahua somewhere along in his line somewhere. You know what I'm saying? How you getting micro? How you getting micro? I don't give a damn what new words you come up with. I just want to know how you got it. That's just it. That's just it. Because dogs will make you go crazy when people come walking up to you talking about they dog just bred this. That they just had certain genetics that just clicked. Man, if you don't stop it, just go on and cut it out. Ain't nothing clicked. What clicked was you going to get that other dog and bringing it in your yard. And when they bred, it clicked. That's just it. Real true stuff, man. You can't sit here and, you know, spread falsities about the dogs. Come on, let's go back to the water. The homie done got out the water. Let's go down here and see if we can see this 13-year-old Razor's Edge Gotti cross. Right here in the hills, man, out here, man, having a little fun with this little dog. You know, if I want an edge dog, you best believe, I mean, they're all around me. I can get one. Just ain't had the time to hold an edge dog lately, man. You know, had to get back to work. I needed some bread. I ain't even gonna lie, I needed some money. Had to pay a few bills. That bills got paid, though. Everything right. The bills got paid. Now I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna tune in more to American Bully. To Face the Bully. I want y'all to look at this dog's rear. Do the AKC care about what their rears are? Like if they have weak rears? Because he has a real weak rear. I mean, he waddles when he runs. Come on, big boy, let's go. Let's go, come on. Let's go, get out of there. Get out of there. Watch him run. He'll waddle. Go, big boy, go. Go. He don't go, he don't run. He don't do none of that. He's not that kind of dog. You ain't finna sit there and tell him to go. Okay, we're gonna look at his rear from back here. He has a real weak rear. There she go. Can you see her? Nah, this camera ain't close enough. Come on. Come on. Come on, little dog. We out here on the sand, man. Do y'all dogs ever touch sand? Your little Frenchies? Or do they stay in the box their whole life? And you know, do they stay in the cage their whole life, or do they touch sand? Walk on sand like the boy? Do they walk on sand? No, they don't walk on sand. Next time we see them dogs, they're gonna be in some damn swimming pool in the backyard. Next time we see them fucking dogs again. Somebody glasses broke. Yours? Next time we see them fucking dogs, look at them.
Did you get in?
He got in, he got dirty.
Did you get in, big boy?
He showed the brachiocephalic dogs that he knew how to run around and he wasn't caged up, you know, because them brachiocephalic dogs be caged up. They inside the cage sitting on top of each other right now. How old is she?
8.
8 years old? Okay, this is an 8-year-old bitch. Gotti. Razor's Edge, bitch. What's her name? She wasn't looking to it. There she go. Come on. Look.
Let's dip you in.
There she go. Gotti Razor's Edge, bitch, right there, man. Now you think you got paper shit? Just some old school shit right here. You know, she's very old school. She's very old school. Look at her. Get a good look at that bitch. Get a good look at her. This is my partner dog. Get a good look at her. Old school, super head. Y'all looking for that head? She came with the head. 8 years old. 8 years old. Now, if that ain't Gotti Razor's Edge, look at her attitude. Look at her eyes. Look at her eyes. You see her eyes? Watch when you see her eyes. Them ain't no round ass eyes. She is just perfect for a damn Razor's Edge Gotti Cross right here. All blue. She just chilling. She chills by the water. She big as hell. Look at that. Look at the size of that bitch. No, she's not Connie Corso. She's not Presa Canario. Well, she probably has it in her lines because of this blue. You know, this blue had to come from somewhere, y'all. So she probably got it in her lines, man, because, you know, we had if she's a band dog, then you know you can see a little bit of that mastiff come out of her right here. But look how big she is. She's huge. She's huge. That's what I'm talking about. You know, bully gang shit. That's what I'm talking about. You can get these dogs around my neighborhood. We have these dogs in California, but it's just you being able to handle an 85, 95-pound dog, you know, at the point in time. See, people don't need this. This is the reason why y'all start breeding them small dogs. See that? See that monster? It's the reason why you start bleeding, because you can't walk that down the street. Look at that there. That's Big Pimpin'. Right around here. In this neck of the woods. Woo! It's hot outside too. Don't get it twisted. It's really hot. So when we come outside, we got to bring our dogs out here. And when we bring our dogs out here, we cool them down right here. So I'm finna end this right here because me, myself, I might get in there and walk around too. And play with my dogs. Especially that Edge dog. And Gotti dog. That's nice. Face the bully.